Well, hey everybody, how you all doing? Whittler Dave here. I hope everybody's having a blessed afternoon. I thought I'd just jump on here for a smidge. I've been in Sevierville doing a demonstration. I had a good friend of mine that I taught how to hand carve. She came and met me. We just had a good old morning today. Wonderful. But I've done this before. I did it for a friend of mine. He's got it. But then I thought, well, I'll make another one. Did some redrawing. Changed some different ways the way the feathers lay in and stuff. But we're doing another eagle. They're at red, white, and blue eagle. Started on this morning. That's about hour and a half of carving. So hang on, folks. Let's just put you down here where you can maybe see me. Lord, I don't know. You know, I ain't very good at this stuff. I need like 15 arms, you know. There you go. I'll just talk to you. But, yeah, I thought I'd do another one of these. It's just real simple. I add all the stars to this right here and everything. It'll be red, white, and blue. What this one's going to be. I love anything that's patriot. And then, like I said, looky here. I bordered this one, put it in there. There's the Texas flag. It's in a frame. You know, get ready to build the big Texas flag. Yeah, that's very simple. Very simple. Oops, we knocked her over. Making noise. There we go. But let's see here. Working on these feathers and just everything. There's that sound of that knife. But now I had a good friend of mine. I taught her to carve a long time ago. And she is a phenomenal artist. I'm going to tell you that right now. She does all kinds of things. And I just enjoy her a lot. It's good to get somebody that you can open up to and talk to. We all need that in life. And, you know, if you know me, it's hard for me to trust anybody because the way I've lived my life and things I've been through all my life. I didn't grow up with the greatest childhood, I'll tell you that right now. But that's in the past and everything. And oh well. It is what it is, I tell people. You know, it is what it is. You're just adding these feathers, the layers. I'll leave all this right in here. You got to just think about how it's laid out and everything. I see with my fingers. You'll see me do this a lot. I can give demonstrations and I'm not even watching my hands or carving because I see with my fingers, my hands. I don't really look that much what I'm doing. But this is made out of sugar pine. That's all this is. You know, I have bass and everything, but, you know, bass, my Lord, I just bought some bass the other day. Whew! I bought 8 boards, 2 foot long, 8 inches wide, and golly, $121. Mercy. Talk about slapping me in the face. Man, but, you know, you gotta have it, you gotta have it. And it's only a 1/2 inch thick. Because I use that for shallow relief carving. Is what I do. So I use this cheaper stuff here. I can get a hold of sugar pine. Now, you know, it's unfriendly. It is. It'll splinter and split and break off where you don't want. But you know what? You just got to get over that. If you're going to be a wood carver, you can just be carving all day long, make the most beautiful stuff, and then all of a sudden it just splinters away. And either you learn to fix it or you learn to do a redraw and make it work. You know? Yes. Like I said, I'll draw all the stars into this and everything. I'll draw all that. And then I'll hand carve them all. Just like, where did it go? Oh, hang on, folks. I'm starting to finish this up. One of my crosses. See right there? One of my crosses. There's all the little stars. They're all carved in. And I'll make this look old-fashioned. Got to get the blue in and everything. Just a simple carving. You know, I was asked the other day, they see a lot of carvers and everything. I said, all these carvers do all this fancy, really unique inlays and carving and all this other stuff. How come you don't? Well, I used to. But now I live in a tourist area. And you can spend months and months on a carving. And I tell you what, people, they don't realize, they don't care, I don't know. And why spend a ton of time when you already know that a lot of people just don't appreciate it? And you ain't going to make the money that it's truly worth. So I don't worry about, and I live in a town, I live in Gatlinburg, Tennessee is where I live at. I live right here in town. My house is right here. And it's all about the tourist. You got to have knockoffs. You got to have the $5 and $10 and the $20 and the $30 ones, And then every once in a while, you're going to get somebody, and you'll know that they're a true person who loves art. When you bring out a piece and you got 125, 200, and they don't question you. Them are the ones that I like because they're respectful. They're not questioning the price. They're not. They'll pay your price, and there you go. But living here in Tennessee, in a tourist area, it doesn't pay me to do $1,000 carvings because it won't sell. It won't sell. Even if you go to shows and stuff, you're not going to sell them. You're not. What has really ruined, it's helped, but it's not helped. And I've said this before, the internet. The internet has just destroyed anything in. And the biggest thing is people don't care. They'll buy anything from overseas. And see, I'm the opposite. I hunt and I search throughout the United States for companies that are still here, mom and pop, just like I am, mom and pop, that are making stuff. And, and a lot of them are truthful. Well, it's going to be a little higher, but it is made right here. Sign me up. I'd rather pay a little higher than buy something from another country if I can do it. If I can do it, I'm going to. Because it's out of, it's out of the respect of them believing in the United States and buying and building and making right here, crafting right here the way it was originally done. So sign me up. Sign me up royally. Yep. See, I had one to break off right there. I don't know if you've seen that, but I can fix it. I drawed this thing, so Lord have mercy. And I'll sharpen that up a little bit. You'll never know it. There's no perfect carver out there. There's no perfect builder. The Lord have mercy. I ain't never met anybody that's perfect. If you do, please send them my way. I want to meet these people. I put my pants on just like anybody else, one leg at a time. I ain't no better than the next person standing to me. Nope. Never will be at all. Oh, mercy. But I've been making all kinds of stuff and building and designing. And like I said, I'm carving for spring. I got some spring shows coming up, stuff like that. So I'm just building for spring, getting everything laid up and laid out right. All that stuff. Trying to figure out where I'm going to be at this year. I mean, I'm getting ready to talk to some horse ranch places. I've carved for them. I've got a person that's been talking to me about coming and carving at their campground for all the people. I've got actually 2 of those. There's a couple other places I'm not going to mention right now, but there's a possibility there. One of them would be great because it's probably one of the newest things in Pigeon Forge they got. So just talking about that. And, just trying to find a place where I'm welcome. Sometimes I feel like I offend people, but just because I can use my hands or what, I tell people, I don't mean to offend you, but, you know, get off the bike, sit down, have a little gumption, and I will teach you to whittle. Start whittling. I don't care if you just take a stick. Let's get you an old stick. You know, just whittle. It don't have to be anything. Just whittle. That's all you need. Do a little whoop-de-doo. Whoop-de-doo. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Whoop-de-doo. Right now, I'm just basically setting lines. I'm setting these lines, and I'll go in and start adding some detail. And I'll change a lot. It'll talk to me. My carvings talk to me. I know maybe that seems strange, but art talks to me. Can't shut my brain off. I've tried for years, but it just doesn't work. It just doesn't. I'll be thinking about something and just get up, draw. It's just me. Or I'll see something and I'm like, golly, that's poorly built. I said, let me redraw it and I'll build it and show you how it's supposed to be built. That's how I am. Hate to toot my own band, but I've been doing this for a long time, folks. A long time. I didn't fall off the banana boat yesterday or last night. I am an old dog. Been around the block more than once. There we go. See, we're just setting these right here. Let's see here. I really need, let me grab this bag right here. Full of knives, chisels, all kinds of stuff. When I did a lot of chip carving back, golly, when I had hair, I had color in my hair. When I had hair. I always had hair. When I had collar in my hair, this is my old chip carving knife, and I use it a lot. I've had this thing, it's older than the dirt. Sometimes I think it's old. There we go. Lord have mercy. See, we're just raising them up a little bit. Just giving them a little life. All this will get carved in here. This is so simple. This is just, I call this ABC carving. Like tying your shoes. You know, it's about the texture, the painting, the quality of the painting, you know, and all that. You spend a little time of painting, understanding how colors lay in, and shadows, and dimension, you know, all the, everything, all the key points, you know, it will come out extraordinary. But I tell people, you can spend months on a carving and destroy it in 5 minutes trying to paint it because you don't understand it. You don't understand it at all, and you just kind of like mess it up. Took my wife a while to figure out painting. I taught her to carve, and her first one that she painted, I like, it looks all right, but you need to start over. You want to get, you know, you just got to keep practicing. Listen to that knife. Woo! There we go. Do a little undercut here. Now see, they're out like this right now. So I will turn these in. They're a little too high. So we'll come in here like this. We're going to turn these down just a little bit. I'll turn this like 14 million times before I'm satisfied. No feather is the same, and no feather point's the same. You know, I try to carve with reality. You know, a lot of times I used to, when I carve faces, I had a student one time, they'd say, well, Dave, that side of the face looks different than that side of the face. And that don't, I said, okay, let me answer your question. Come with me. We'd go find a mirror. And I'd make him stand in front of a mirror and I'd say, well, what do you see? Do you see two sides the same or two sides different? And they go, well, it's two sides different. I said, there you answered your own question. That's how I carve. There we go. Look at that. See? There's the eagle. Whoops, I better get it over. I'm sorry, folks. I was holding it off to the side. Gotta scream at it, old man. Go, hey! You're holding it off to the wrong side. Bring it over here. You know. There we go. It's much easier when you have somebody walk around with a camera. Of course, the other day when I have to apologize, sometimes I speed carve. In that one last video, I was going like 800 miles an hour. I should have slowed down for people. You know, sometimes I don't realize, I mean, I get into this zone. Like this morning, I went to where I was at, and I was waiting for my good friend to show up, so I plugged in my music and my earphones, and I'm chair dancing and, you know, humming to the music, and I'm just slinging wood. I am slinging wood. So, all I was doing. All right. Yeah, this is going to be a pretty nice one. I've done it before, but a little different last time. I want to add some more depth and more dimension to it, and more shadow points. And you always live and learn from your first one. There's always, artists are hard to please. We always see something, everybody goes, man, that's beautiful. And I'm like, nah, it's all right. Because I see something I should have did differently. But I've already got it finished. So then if I decide to ever do it again, I don't forget. So I redrawed all this up and through here on the head. Changed a lot of this in here. Redrawed the feathers at a more of an angle, more of a swoop. You know, I want to cut these more at a swoop. Last one I laid them down, to me, just way too flat. Should be more life. More life. A little bit more whoop-de-doo. Whoop-de-doo. Whoop, whoop. There you go. Do some whoopties. Let's see here. It's kind of hard to hold this thing and show you all. It is. That's it. I need somebody standing over my shoulder. Maybe I need to build me a person. I don't think I could do that, folks. Alrighty. Very simple. A good friend from Texas, who I made the first Texas flag, he hasn't seen this one. I believe he's going to like this. Told me the other day that him and his wife are big Betty Boop collectors. I'm like, oh, glad you told me that. So now I'm going to draw something about Betty Boop and, you know, probably make him something for him and his wife. Everybody has a collection. Something they recognize and like and love. My wife loves Stitch, and I think that's totally cool. She's got a Stitch tattooed to her arm, and I think it's awesome. That's what she likes. That's fine with me. Everybody likes. I had a good friend of mine. His favorite color was red, and his wife just about drove her nuts. The only way she ever got a different color of a car is she went out and bought it herself. Like he used to say, if everybody liked red in this world, wouldn't it be boring? Everybody likes something different. You know, think about that. Everybody likes something. Yep. Yep. I'll lay these feathers really where they flowing. I used to carve professional ducks back years ago. Did that back when I was young. 18, 19 years old. Carved for a guy out west And like I said, now I can't even hardly carve a duck. I do these whimsical ducks, but I can't bring myself to spend those hours of carving all the feathers and the wing up, wing down, the head tucked into the wings. You know, had to paint them exactly the way the ducks were. I mean, I made good money. I burned out. I walked away. I just couldn't. I just can't do it. I thought about doing it one day. Nope. Now, like last year, I did those ducks with a hatchet, made out of solid cedar. I got one over there that I need to finish up for this year. I started it last year, and I didn't finish it. So it's solid 100-year-old cedar, and it's got a cherry head on it. That's what it's got, and it's old wood too. Well, I don't want to stay on here too long, take up your folks' time, but I'm going to tell you what. Let me bring you up here. Lord have mercy. I appreciate everybody that has followed me and sent me wonderful comments and likes and showed me some love. I am trying, folks. I know this ain't great, you know. I don't know how to edit, do nothing like that. I don't know how to add no music or, you know, how to cut in and do all the little doodaddy things. No, Lord have mercy. I'm just an old dog, old country boy. The only thing I know how to do is I know how to speak with my hands. My hands talk for me. They have for 54 years. That's it. So I appreciate everybody, and I will talk to you later. You all have a blessed day, and thank you again.